So you welcome back. I always have to cut the videos in bits so that I can easily upload them. So we have our 9 3/4 this week, but you know how we got to that point. We measured 3 here, which is the span, and then we took the rest measurement 1/2 inch into the side block, and we got to that point. Now we'll go to the waist. The same thing happens for the waist. The underbust, sorry, we go to the underbust, then to the waist. For the underbust, we said the total underbust should be 15 inches for the front. That is 30 divided by 2. But again, since this is folded into 2, we have to divide our 15 by 2. That gives us 7.5. Now, out of that 7.5, we already have 3 here. So what we are fighting for here is just 4.5 inches, right? You can simply measure 4.5 inches from 1/2 inch into the side block here, or you can use the old method we just used here. You can measure your 3 and you fold your tape at 3, then you place it here and you measure 7.5, and that's 7.5. It's still the same thing as measuring 4.5 from this side here. It's the same thing. Whichever technique is easy for you, that's the one you employ. We go down to the waist. The same thing happens at the waist. It's still the same 30 divided by 2 gives us 15. Because this is folded into 2, we need to divide the 15 by 2, right? So we have 3 out of the 15 divided by 2, which is 7.5. We already have 3. The center block already takes 3 to itself. So what we are left to do on the side block is 4.5 inches. Remember, don't measure from here. See our side block here. This is the side piece here. So we are starting from this point, and I said you should not start from the tip. Start from 1/2 inch into the side block. So 1/2 inch into the side block, we simply measure 4.5. Of which, if we add with our 3 here, we get 7.5. Because we are going to sew these 2 pieces together. So if you join these 3 points together, you've gotten your side block, and all you need to do is to add about 1.5 inches seam allowance by the side here, right, all the way through. And for the armhole depth, your armhole depth is equal to your shoulder divided by 2 plus 1/2 inch. Shoulder is 14 divided by 2 is 7 plus 1/2 inch is 7.5. So from this slant here, I'll measure 7.5. Now, since this is a bustier and there's a cutout here, after joining your side block to the front block, the center front block, your armhole depth is going to reduce. But then when you're doing your shaping, you bring it back to the 7.5 it's supposed to be. Now, why you shouldn't bother about that for now is, it is better for your armhole depth to be smaller, so that while shaping, you can take it to the depth you want, instead of trying to figure out what it's supposed to be now by adding 1.5 to that, and by the time you finish, it turns out to become too long, too deep. That will be a problem for you. So cut it as small as possible. There's no harm in reshaping it later. So this is what we want to do. Remember, we extended this side block by 1.5 inches. All you need to do is to give a nice curve here, and you join those points together. So this is how to cut a princess bustier using the freehand method.